Booter had no interest in going to Muckshire Grotto. He had been in the dungeon once before and it hadn't gone well. He was just looking to relax and perhaps chat up a few halfling women. Many adventuring groups appreciated his healing abilities. He was one of the finest clerics in the land. But Booter didn't have much luck finding a mate to settle down with. Deep in the sewer pit of Z, 3 grand shame wizards learned the greatest tales of humiliation and shame. The Majester Jehexic II, BankBank the Songsmith, Jehexic II's twin, the Big Papa. Together, the embarrassment magicians compiled these stories into a single tome which they buried deep in the sewer pits. A big barbarian was calling out to everyone in the town square.
Which among you wants to join me in the grotto? It'll be easy looting, I promise. With my ability to control a monster's aggression, you'll never be hit.
I hate a boastful retard. Where'd those fat badonks go?
Come one, come all, you cowards.
To Booter's surprise, a fair maiden appeared from a magical nail coloring salon. He couldn't believe it. This gorgeous creature seemed to actually be considering his proposal.
I'm the most powerful spell spewer in the land, and I could use some loot.
Then a gnome rogue Booter had met once or twice joined the pair, and the 3 of them looked to be planning their adventure. This could be my only chance to speak to that handsome lass, though I will have to heal that retard. Oh well, maybe there's some good loot in it. The halfling walked over to the group, his purple plate armor clinking as he strolled calmly.
Do you need a healer? He mewed.
The girl turned out to be a mid-level wizard. She teleported the group to Muckshire Swamp, and led by the barbarian, the 4 made their way to the entrance of the grotto, killing a few birds of prey along the way. Before they entered, the barbarian stopped, turned around, and began giving orders.
You, make sure you're always nuking whatever's attacking me. And you, make sure you're always backstabbing what's attacking me. And you, little man, you best keep me at full HP at all times. No mistakes. Is that understood?
I can't believe this is happening. I've been in raiding parties that have bested some of the most fearsome dragons in the land. I'm outfitted in purple planar plate, looted from incredibly dangerous zones that this barbarian has surely never seen.
But the wizard was looking at him, so he agreed and they made their way inside. Booter was pleasantly surprised to see that this wizard was more than competent. She was powerful and had a rare spell he hadn't seen often. A sharp-based spell that forced enemies to slow down. The barbarian kept pulling monsters quite quickly, so there was little time for conversation. Still, Booter tried to get a few words in.
Come here often? I've been once or twice, yes. I can port close by, so...
You idiots! Stop chatting and focus on the monsters!
As the 4 made their way further down, the barbarian took a moment to make light of Booter.
So, cleric, you're a halfling, eh? Let's take a look at those ugly, hairy feet of yours, shall we?
This statement confused Booter immensely.
You know, I killed a halfling once. He was put under a hex and became ravenous. I had no choice. But to be honest, I enjoyed it. There, let's get those monsters, he shouted and ran towards them.
The experience was flowing well, and Booter had already secured a good item to sell in the market, but was quickly becoming more and more angry with the barbarian. They were taking a minute to rest and regenerate mana and hit points when the barbarian began to yell at Booter again.
Look here, you wannabe healer. We're gonna be focusing on the first boss of this dungeon. He can perform Fury Slams to take away half my hit points very quickly, so you'd better be paying close attention. And as for you, we'll be spending the night together. I've decided it.
The wizard was transfixed by the barbarian and nodded in agreement. Booter couldn't believe his eyes and ears. The boss was indeed difficult. The barbarian kept using his taunt to draw off its attention, but the rogue was still getting hit. Booter noticed the rogue backing off and looked in his eyes and saw some semblance of agreement amongst his fellow midget.
I think the Fury Slams are coming soon, the barbarian
and screamed as the wizard casted Ice Bolt over and over. Buddha was using a low-powered healing spell to conserve mana. Suddenly, the boss began doing Fury Slams, sending the barbarian to 25% of his hit points. Buddha casted a heal on the rogue, sending him to full HP, then a divine barrier on himself.
What the hell are you doing? You idiot! No, you fucktard!
Buddha just laughed. The rogue had already turned invisible and made his way out of the grotto carefully. As Buddha cast his gate spell to take him back to the village, he saw the boss move toward the comely wizard. She was also casting gate, but without the divine barrier. Her casting was interrupted.